Osama, hello. Please give an
Hello.
introduction about yourself.
So I'm Usama. I'm from Spain. I'm 19 years old. I come from one of the most dangerous areas in Spain. It's in the south. Right now, thanks to the content creation campus and AI, I'm making over 5,000 euros a month. And
Mhm.
that's really me.
Okay, let's dig into the bomb you dropped. You say that it's the most dangerous city in Spain. Dangerous in what way? What happens?
All kind of things happen there. I don't think anybody there gets over like all their every mindset there has a limitation, every single one. Nobody makes over even 1,000 euros a month. They like it's very poor. There's barely internet connection there, and thanks to the real world, thanks to the $49 subscription, which is very interesting because most courses have like a very high subscription, but the real world is very confident in what they offer, and they offer it 49, and it's amazing how they manage to keep over 200,000 people every month, like recurring for $49. And thanks to that, I managed to start my career in this. I've been hustling for over a year now. I haven't stopped for over a year and a half. I started actually in Hustlers University too when it was still a Discord server. Right now I'm in the real world. About 3 months ago, around September is when I made my first month. When my Around September is where I made my first earnings. I made like 2,400, and from there I just kept growing. And now it's December, and I'm making around 5,000 euros a month.
Mhm. So very solid. Okay, man. So many options to go from here. You said a lot of people around you, where you grew up, they have a very limiting belief. So what How comes you stood out from that? Was there a particular moment for your childhood, or did you always have this kind of mindset?
It was because my when I was young, I grew up without a dad. My dad was in jail all my life. I grew up with a single mom. She barely had any money for us. She did what she could, and I promised her. I remember I promised my mom. I was like, "Mom, one day I'm gonna get you everything you want. I'm gonna work my hardest. I'm gonna try every single day. I'm not gonna stop. I know I can, and I will do it for you." And from there, every time I used to tell my friends I'm gonna make it, they used to be like, "Yeah, you're crazy. You're this, you're that." But I never listened to them. I'll just cover my ears because every single successful person that I listen to, they all say the same thing. They all have the same background story. All their friends used to call them crazy. They all tried at first different business models. No business model was working for them. And then they just clicked onto that one, which was content creation for me. But in the real world, there's over 10, 15 business models there that you can try. Thanks to the content creation plus I managed to stand out from them. I managed to grow exponentially, basically, in every aspect of my life, physically, economically, and in my relations as well.
Mhm. That's great to hear. And what actually made you decide to join the Real Watch?
What made me decide was that I knew I couldn't do it alone. I knew I needed somebody to help me out. I knew that I needed a sacrifice. Even though $49 a month doesn't sound very much, for me at the moment it was a lot. And I remember working every single day from there because I had no money. I remember working like every single day to manage to get even $50. Because when I tell you where I grew up, $50 you can live with that for a month. Like $50 is food for a whole month. So I managed because I knew how important it was for me to join a community like that. I knew how important it was for me to be in the real world. I knew that if I couldn't even afford $50 a month in my development, I didn't deserve to be rich. I was like, I didn't deserve to even make a single penny. I was like, no, I don't deserve it if I don't give that sacrifice at least.
Well, and I would like to know then, from when you joined the Real Watch, as much as you remember, month by month, your progress throughout it, the things you learn, and how you implemented.
My progress in the real world, it was basically when I first joined. I joined to the copywriting campus. I loved it. I stayed there. I worked hard for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then I realized that the problem was not the vehicle. The problem was myself, my mindset, what I used to do. I believe that the real world teaches you more than just a vehicle, than a economic vehicle. It teaches you how to be, how to live, how to treat other people, how to not get fooled in life. It basically it was really important for me because, as I said, I grew up without a father. So for me, being in the real world, it was like my father. My is like in a way like my father used to teach me everything I needed for life,
Mhm.
and that was my progress until now. Like I'm still learning until now. Until today, I'm still learning new things. It's like endless. It's endless value. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. Some more information on landing clients. How many did you reach out to? How did you end up acquiring your first one? What was it like actually landing them? And yeah, anything you can go into that.
So actually, my first client was a very long time ago, but let's say with content creation plus AI, which is what gave me the boom. My first client was in September. I still remember I had to outreach a lot of people. I already had experience with outreaching, so it wasn't that much. But in overall, maybe I've sent over 10,000 outreaches until until I hit the spot. And on my 10,001, I found this guy. I told him, listen, I'm gonna do videos for you. I'm gonna do YouTube videos for you. It's gonna be $20 per video, which is in the content creation niche, is very low. So I was like, listen, I gotta start from there because before my ego was too big. I thought I could eat the world. So I used to charge crazy money. But I was like, okay, let me do this step by step. Let's let's do it like that. And then with that guy, I just got more confidence. Literally, that's everything that someone needs, confidence. That's all they need. After that one, my outreaches were after 10 outreaches. After that one, I got another client, and I just kept growing from there, and until I reached the point where I'm rejecting clients. Like I'm not even taking them anymore.
Mhm. Okay. You said 10,000 outreaches. Is it because you were mass DMing the same message and not personalizing?
I'll tell you something that I used to do when I first joined the real world, which is what a lot of people are doing right now, and I realize in the chats, is that they are all thinking, they're all getting the same exact template, they're all getting the same exact example, and they're massive sending it. They think that the person that they are outreaching to, nobody outreach them. They think that they're different for some reason. It doesn't work like that. You when you are thinking about being different, you actually have to be different. Everybody thinks they're putting in the work, but who really does put in the work? Who really puts in the hours? Who really puts brain calories into the messages they send? Because I sent 10,000 outreaches, but 7,000 of them were the same message everybody would send, like the same exact message, no difference. I used to go to the chats, get the best outreach I would see, copy it and paste it. Like that's what I would do. And now I'm thinking back, I'm like, it's normal that I did not land a single client. It's normal. Like how am I supposed to land somebody like that putting minimal effort? Yeah, I have to put maximum effort. And when I understood that is when I actually landed my first client.
Yep. But were you not exaggerating when you said 10,000? Is it actually like within that range or
I
a
am
bit
not
exaggerated?
No, I am not exaggerating when I say maybe even over that. I'm not gonna lie, I got some positive replies, but I never really knew how to handle them, which was a big problem for me. Maybe I would get some calls, I'll do some business calls, but I would like every time I go into the call, because I copy pasted the message, I didn't mean what I was saying, I didn't put any emotions into my words. I was just a bit lost. I was like, I didn't know where to get it from. I was like, yeah, but I can do this, I can do that. But I was never confident, and the prospect itself, he could see it. I wasn't confident about what I said in the email because I was copy pasting it. It was not my words; it was someone else's words.
Hmm.
So yeah, over I think over 10,000 even until I landed my first client.
Wow,
It's a year and a half.
insane. Okay. Over how many months was that as well? I'm wondering.
What exactly?
The 10,000 outreaches, roughly over how many months?
Roughly, my first month I joined the real world. It was in of Sep- August of 2022. Yes, August of 2022 until September of 2023. So a year
So about
and
30 months,
yep.
which is just under 1,000 outreaches a month. Break that into 30 days. What's my math like? Is that about, wait, 40 DMs a day or so consistently?
Maybe.
Let's get a calculator. I don't know if my math was right on that. So if we do 40 a day times about 30 for a month times 13. You get 15,600. So about 30, I'm guessing, 30 a day
Yeah,
consistently.
something like
Okay,
that.
so that's not even that crazy, to be fair. You just
Yep.
consistently do about 30 to 40 a day. And yeah, you get to that. Okay. Because yeah, when you hit 10,000, it's like, what? How much did you need to do? But fair enough. That's very reasonable, actually. And again, it's just about consistency and not giving up. And now, because you didn't give up, you're at 5,000 a month and you're just beginning, basically.
And what
That's really,
people have to think is that okay, I took a year and something, 13 months, but you have to think about okay, I took 13 months of my life being consistent, DMs every day, but now I got until the day I pass away to enjoy my life. You know, I got now I'm making 5,000 a month and it's just starting. I have no doubt that I'm gonna reach a very, very, very high position in my life. I have no doubt because I know my consistency. I know where I come from. I know where I reached, and even till now, I'm so proud of myself. But I'm just looking forward to what's gonna happen tomorrow. What's gonna happen even today.
good. And how did you end up scaling from that $20 per video now to 5,000 a month?
I ended up scaling because, as you said, I said, okay, let me give it that first push. I'm gonna give it that first push of $20 per video. After that, I remember I used that same client to close another one in the same niche that they knew where they knew each other. And then after I finished my first month with them, I multiplied it by three. I probably multiplied like not by three, but from 20 it was to 30 something, 32 I think it was, because he already saw how it worked. He already saw how good I was, the skills I learned in the real world. He saw everything I knew, and the AI implementation, also some business skills that I learned inside. So it was pretty easy. It was not very hard. Once you start, the hard thing is the start. That's what I gotta tell everybody. The hardest thing is the first push. Once you get that first push, you just roll. You keep rolling like endlessly.
Mhm. Okay. Very solid. And now, how different is your average day compared to before you joined the real watch? How has it changed?
That's a good question. Before I joined the real world, my average day was smoking, doing all sort of bad stuff. Once I joined this side, also I used to chase girls a lot. Not gonna lie, I used to chase girls a lot. I used to I used to be a waste of a man. I used to be like the worst version of myself. That was me. The worst version of myself. That was me. Once I joined the real world, at first when I saw the people inside speaking and hyping us up, motivating everybody, I was like, wow, like I like this community. Like I'm seeing the people inside. They're motivating me. I'm motivating them. I'm talking to them. Uh, like they're doing this. They're doing that. How am I not gonna do it? So like my mindset changed. Like there's people. The people inside hate smoking. The people outside love smoking. I'm like, but which one is better? Obviously, it's a one answer. It's no smoking is better than smoking, obviously. Once you reach certain status, I understand it. Nobody can argue it. But in those ground levels, you should quit like partying, all all that bad stuff. You should quit it. Focus on yourself. Focus on getting better. Invest in yourself, and just listen to somebody who has done it. When I joined the real world, I could listen to people who have achieved what I wanted to achieve. And now my life now is like I'm still not in that position in the position I want to be because I'm always hungry for more. But I know the people that are below me in a way. So now I help those people. Before I used to ask for help, now I help. Now I feel better for myself every day. Like I just try to help as much as possible. Now I can eat whatever I want. I can order whatever I want. I'm not afraid of losing. I'm not afraid of like starving anymore. Like I'm not afraid of
Mhm.
my family needing money for food or something.
Right. And fulfilling that promise that you made to your mother a while ago.
Exactly. That's right.
Right. So since you're on this trajectory, where do you see your life heading in the short term, medium term, and long term?
In the short term, I just hope I don't stop. I keep that consistency I had my first day, the day I started. I keep my dream. In the short term, I just want to better myself, keep doing the things I'm doing, not burning out, which I don't believe it's true. But in the short term, I just want to live my life, be happy, make everyone around me happy. Midterm, I think I don't want to say the money I want to get. I want to speak about myself, about what I want to achieve with my life. Midterm, I just want to get like closer to my religion, closer to the people I love. I want to finally actually gather my family together, get them a nice house, get them something nice so they're comfortable. And long term, I just want to influence other people. I want other people to listen to me. I'm Spanish, so I'd love the people in the Spanish community to listen to me, be a reference, and that's it really. Like I just want to grow as much as possible and help as many people as possible because that's what actually makes me happy now. Like there's a certain point where when you have where you don't need food or you don't need the essential resources, like money is just numbers. Like now I'm still not in a very 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 high position, wealthy position, but I'm in a very good position where people would love to be in. I'm working from home, I'm making good money, I don't need food, I'm living in a nice area now, my family doesn't need money. So now, like, what else is there? Like, okay, I can get 1,000, 2,000 euros more to 3,000 a month. What am I gonna get? Okay, cool. Maybe I can achieve some cars, some physical things, but the material things, but they're not really gonna fulfill me. You get me?
Mhm.
Like once you buy those material things, you enjoy them for like a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week. That's it. But when you help someone and when someone tells you you have saved me, you saved me from you helped me get out of my certain situation. And people tell me now, they tell me, Usama, because I make content and stuff. So they tell me, Usama, you helped me quit smoking, you helped me quit drugs, you helped me quit this, you helped me quit that. And I love that. Like, that's what actually makes me happy. So, long term, I want to help people. That's my long term goal,
Right.
just help.
Very well said and beautifully put. So before we finish off and wrap up, just as proof for the audience, I would like you to show the income actually coming in to your bank account to prove to them that this is actually real. So are you able to do so?
Yes, of course, I can. I have it right here. Once again. This is my bank, 7,800, around 7,800 in income in the past 3 months. And here is Stripe, the past 3 months around 1,500. right there,
Hmm.
around that. And the remaining is in Wise. It's a bank, online banking. And I got bank transfers directly to there in different transactions, so it would be very hard for me to show. But I think this is already around 10,000,
Hmm.
10,000 euros.
Cool.
So
So yeah, very solid, and good to see. All right,
thank
and of course, congratulations on that because you're making your dream come true and helping your mother financially as you had wished for earlier. And yeah, doing very well for yourself. So, for my final question, for people who are unsure about joining the real world because they're thinking they're gonna get scammed for $50, what advice would you have to them?
I would tell them if they're not even able to invest in themselves $50 or $49, they do not deserve anything they're dreaming of. They do not deserve it because they are spending those $49 somewhere else that is not going to help them. They cannot even try 1 month, see for yourself. Then they don't even try because I'm sure anybody who tries it for 1 month, they're not going to leave because the things that they teach you here, they do not teach it anywhere else in the world. Like I'm sure, I'm 100% sure they do not deserve it, and I hope they stay there. More for me.
Mm-hmm. But if they do have a lazy mindset, then they probably will be leaving after 1 month because it does require a certain mindset to actually want to improve yourself and want to grow and make an income. So that's a prerequisite. But yeah, great answer there. And for people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where can they do so?
You can find me on my Instagram, Usama Bachir. It's my first name and last name. It's very easy,
Mhm.
and they can find me there.
Cool. I'll add it to the description of the video so anyone interested can contact you through that. And yeah, Osama, was it great hearing your story, how you came up from from the roughest part of Spain to where you are now. Basically, yeah, breaking through all. How would I say this? The as you're saying, limiting beliefs around you. You didn't let that get to you. Continued having an iron mind and broke through. Now you're earning 5K a month, which is what people where you grow up would just dream of. Like to them, it would be a dream of theirs. And you'll get it at 19 years old. So there's still so much potential there. And we could do a follow up in future to see just how much you're progressing. So look forward to that and to hold you accountable to it as well. And yeah, with that, I'll end off and say, wish you all the best. And until next time.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.